Then we have growl, which is basically filter modulation coming from both of the LFOs. The delay time works on this setting. Also, the envelope works on this setting, so you're going to get a different sound with each envelope setting. Of course, you can use the LFOs to control the speed, the rate of the growl, as they call it. Or you can use the saw. So you got a lot of great sounds in the filter. Also, we've got a great VCA where you can control the volume. That's the out level or volume. You also have a hold, so you don't have to be actually playing the keyboard to get a sound. And you can also, you have even more envelope possibilities. You can set it to the ADSR, which is this setting, which is what it's currently set to, both in filter and in the VCA, or you can choose other waveforms. Here, let's turn this filter off so you... So even though you only have one ADSR envelope, you can set multiple envelope settings for the filter and the VCA, giving you a great diversity of sound, which is really awesome and not very common, again, on a single oscillator synthesizer. So you have a lot of envelope possibilities. Also, you have VCA modulation, which usually doesn't happen in single oscillator synthesizers. And again, the delay works. And you get a tremolo effect, as it is labeled. And then, because you have a matrix setup, you can set different waveforms to different aspects. Like, I'll set a square wave to... We have a sawtooth wave going to the VCA. Let's set a square wave going to the filter. You get a really unique sound. And we can even do vibrato. Let's do the sine wave to vibrato and delay. So here's what you get. As you're playing, you can obviously play with the speeds. As you can see, I mean, there are so many possibilities here. I can't even demonstrate all of the things you could be doing to create a really unique sound. Obviously, I already went over the envelope, so here we have some pretty standard stuff, the pitch-related stuff. You have 3 different octaves to work with. I had it set at the middle octave, or medium octave, whatever. So that, if you set it to low, your bass becomes very low. You get a really juicy low bass. And there's the mid section. And the high section. And of course these are affected by which setting you have this set to. The high section becomes very high with the 2-foot up. So you also have the glide button. Basically it just brings the pitch down a half step, whatever you're playing. And then slides back up to the appropriate pitch. that's a lot of fun. You have a pitch control knob. That's helpful. And portamento, you get to decide how much portamento is going to happen. And this has a very decent amount of portamento. The cool thing is you can have it set to that extremely high portamento setting, but you can hold down this off button and play without portamento. Okay, and finally the sampler, as it's called, which is the most unique sample and hold I've ever seen on any machine, let alone on a single oscillator synth. Okay, we have it set to the saw wave. We can affect what level that affects the pitch. And you can hear the shape of the saw wave as it pushes the pitch up. But it is affected by the low frequency oscillators. Watch. It starts going crazy. And then you can speed up the sample time. That's just on the saw setting. Let's listen to, or that's just on the triangle setting. Sorry, we've been on the triangle setting. We're about to go to the ramp setting. You can hear the ramp shape, and then again you start messing with the LFO and you're going to get bizarre outcomes. Ditto the saw waveform. And then we have the good old-fashioned random or standard sample and hold noise. The LFO has no effect on that. And once you've got this thing going, of course, you can start playing with the other stuff. Then you start adding in vibrato. You can hear that there's a million different things you can be doing with this thing. And of course, from the back you have control over the oscillator's pitch through input. You have control over the filter cutoff point through input. You have different output settings. You have phones, and you have tuning. So that is the SH-3A.